These are the kind of results I was able to get after just 1 month of selling on Amazon FBA as a complete beginner. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, and if you stick around until the end, I'll even reveal exactly what I sold. The first thing you're obviously going to need to start selling on Amazon is an Amazon seller account. So just come on over to sellercentral.amazon.com. Now there's two types of seller accounts. There's a free account, and then there's the professional plan, which costs $40 a month. You need the professional plan because with that you get a ton of benefits, such as lower fees every time you sell items, and it also makes you eligible for the buy box, which is really important as an Amazon seller, and we're going to talk more about that later. So just come on over here and click on sign up. It's going to ask you a lot of information, and that's because they want to verify that you are who you really say you are. And that's to help prevent fraud on Amazon for their buyers. So just go through all those steps. You might need to actually video chat with them to verify that you are, in fact, who you say you are. But after that, you should have your account set up pretty fast. Next, you have to choose how you're going to sell on Amazon because there's actually two different ways of doing it. There's FBA and there's FBM. FBM stands for Fulfilled by Merchant, and that's where you actually ship the items directly to the customers after they purchase them. FBA, on the other hand, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, is where you actually take all the inventory you have and you send it into Amazon. Amazon then handles everything else after that, so it could be really hands-off and a lot more passive. So for instance, anytime an item sells, Amazon is going to ship the item themselves to the customer. They're also going to handle all the customer service and all the returns as well. So it's a lot easier for sellers after you ship the items into their warehouse. Now there are pros and cons to each method. With FBA, the fees are higher, but in my opinion, and a lot of Amazon sellers agree, it's a lot easier to do FBA. It also unlocks the possibility for you to have Prime on your items, which really encourages more people to purchase from you. And there's a greater chance that you're going to win that buy box that we mentioned before, which again, we're going to talk a little bit more about in a few minutes. So there's a ton of advantages to FBA. Personally, I really like it because it just makes the whole process a lot simpler and a lot more hands-off and a lot more passive as well. Okay, let's talk about where you're going to buy your products from. There are so many different places that you can buy items from to sell on Amazon FBA. Some people like to drive around to like thrift stores and garage sales and find those items and then ship them in. Personally, I'm lazy. I like to work from home and don't want to spend money on gas. So I'm all about online arbitrage. That's where you buy stuff online, have it shipped to your house, and then send all the items you purchased into Amazon. Now, there are lots of different ways to do online arbitrage, believe it or not, but the method that I found that really worked for me, and I think is the most beginner friendly, is one that I learned from my friend Steve. It's called his eBay to Amazon method. So the way this works is we go over to eBay and we find items that are priced low here and are selling for more money on Amazon. Then we just buy them from eBay, and once they're at our house, we just ship all the DVDs or all the items together to Amazon. Now, as I just kind of gave away there, one of the items I really focused in on were DVDs. Believe it or not, people still buy DVDs. And there are lots of people who will just go straight to Amazon to try to find them instead of looking for them on eBay where they can find them cheaper. So that's where we come in. I'm coming in here and I find these DVDs selling for just a few dollars here, maybe $10, and selling them for potentially a lot more on Amazon. So I'm going to show you an example of one of those right here. This is a DVD on Amazon. It's called Thrive, What on Earth Will It Take? I have no idea what this movie is about or this documentary, whatever it is, but it's currently selling for $25 here on Amazon. Now there's always a few things that I look for whenever I'm determining if this is an item that I want to try to find on eBay for less money. First, I come down here right in the middle. There's this section called Product Details, and I look for the best seller rank. This tells me how often this item is selling. This is ranked 46,000 in movies and TV. Now, that number alone doesn't really give us a ton of information. That's why we use third-party software like this one right here. And this one gives us really a lot more data on not only how well this item is selling, but how often, and the price history of the item as well. So looking at all this, I was able to see when I purchased this on eBay, the item was selling on here for close to $40. It was selling a few times a month, not a lot, but even if it sells a few times a month, that's okay as long as there's not a lot of other sellers here on Amazon. So armed with all that information, I felt comfortable buying this item from eBay, and I did. I bought it here for $10, and then I went ahead and sold it on Amazon right around here. So it sold for about $37. That's where I actually sold it. So I didn't sell it at the lowest point. I held on to it for a bit. I was able to sell it because I knew it would go up in price, and it did. So based on that, I have this little calculator here that I plugged in all this information. And for this item I bought on eBay for $10, I made $13.50 in profit. That's a net margin of 37%. That's a 130% return on my investment. And that's really what you're gonna see a lot of with this eBay to Amazon method. We find a lot of items that we just have high markups on because people don't know that they can buy the item for cheaper on eBay, or they don't trust eBay. They don't understand it as well as some people understand Amazon. So that was kind of like a quick overview of how I kind of look for items. Honestly, I'm not the expert on how this works. Like I said, that is my friend Steve, who really taught me this entire eBay to Amazon method and really understands product research better than anyone that I know when it comes to eBay to Amazon. So we're actually hosting soon a free webinar where he's going to take a deep dive into product research and show you how all these charts work. He's going to show you all the software. It can be kind of confusing the first time you do it, but the way he teaches it, it makes it very simple to understand, and you'll pick up on it really fast. So if you want to attend that webinar, I'll have it linked up in the description down below. It will be the first link, so make sure you register and come to it, and you can learn exactly what I learned from him and start buying some of these products yourself. And just to give you a little background on Steve, he was actually able to sell almost $500,000 worth of products over the last 12 months on Amazon using this exact method. So if you're at all interested in this and want to learn some more about it for free, make sure to register at the link below, because this step, learning which products to buy, this is the most important thing you need to master if you really want to make money with Amazon FBA. Once you find the items you want to sell, the rest of it's pretty easy. Just go ahead and order them, and once a bunch of them arrive at your house, take all the products, put them into one box, and then ship that box all together to Amazon. Now, the first time you do this, it might be a little bit difficult, you might be a little slow with it, but you get the hang of it very quickly, and it becomes routine very quickly as well. And we have software to actually make this go a lot faster as well. After that, Amazon handles everything else for you. Anytime a customer orders the item, Amazon's going to ship it to that customer. They're going to handle any of the returns, all the customer service. So it's pretty hands off. All you have to do with this system is just keep adding more products to your Amazon account. So if you keep that system going, just kind of the front end of it, the rest of it will just run, and it'll be a smooth, automated machine for you. And even a lot of the front end can be automated with virtual assistants. They can find the items and do all the product research and even order the items for you. Then all you have to do is actually box them up and ship them out to Amazon. So as a reminder, if you're interested in this and want to learn more, we have a free training for you. It is the first link in the description down below, and you'll get a much more deep dive into this entire system as well as the product research as well. But if you want to watch a video here on YouTube, check out this one right here. This is an interview I did with Steve recently where he talks a lot more about his eBay to Amazon method.